Do you ever feel like when you're sitting down to do some work that tackling the hardest thing first actually just drains the energy out of you and just absolutely sucks? Let's talk about why doing the easiest things first actually might be better for you. Hey there, my name's Anthony, and I've been a wedding photographer for a little over 12 years. I have picked up a few productivity tips and hacks and tricks and stuff all along the way that have helped me out, and I wanted to start this channel to share some of those things with not just photographers, but just everyday creatives, or just, honestly, everyday people. I want it to be really accessible. In today's video, I wanted to talk about this phrase called "eat the frog." If you aren't into any sort of productivity in the YouTube space or any sort of space in general, there's this phrase called "eat the frog." I don't know where it originated from, but essentially, like, the phrase is something like, if you eat a frog at the beginning of the day, then the rest of your day won't be so bad. And so essentially it's like, if you tackle your hardest thing at the beginning of the day on your to-do list, then the rest of your day is going to be easy, or, you know, something like that. So it's basically like, just get it out of the way so that way it's off your mind or whatever. And this is a phrase that, so when I was first starting out, I just got really obsessed with productivity. And honestly, like, I still am. Like, I still follow, you know, I don't really follow too many people anymore, but like, just the topic in general, always kind of interested to see what people are talking about. But this was a phrase that I heard a lot in the beginning, and I was like, cool, I guess that's what I should do, because I don't feel like doing this work, but maybe this will work, and it, you know, like, it'll ease, you know, the tension in my shoulders or whatever. That's a stupid phrase. But I've gone on and off with going with this approach, and I've only recently come to realize that that just doesn't work for me. Like, it doesn't work for me. And in fact, the reason I'm making this video right now is because I got a new light. I got my setup going. I'm still figuring out this YouTube thing, but I got a light because I knew it would make editing easier, because the window light just goes in and out and the lighting in here sucks. I'm in the corner of my living room. But I was so excited that I got that done. And that was the easy part. Hard part is making a video. So then I went to my video ideas list and I was like, what will be the easiest thing to talk about? And I thought this would be perfect, because this will be such an easy video to make. And so I'm kind of doing it right now, where I'm tackling an easy thing first. And I wanted to talk about, like, just 2 reasons why this might not be something, you know, or 2 reasons why this approach might be a better thing instead of eat the frog. Got that out. Gosh, man, it's so hard to talk sometimes. Okay, so point number 1, energy levels vary with all of us. Me, I'm not a morning person. In fact, like, it's 10:30 right now in the morning for me. And normally I'm not even like ready to go, but I think it was because I got up at like 5 in the morning today. And so, like, my body's kind of caught up. But yeah, normally it takes me quite a while before, like, I'm actually awake. I was joking with a friend of mine this past weekend. We got onto the topic of, like, waking up and, like, what he does, and I was just like, nah, I can't do that. I was like, I wake up at like between 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. usually. But I'm usually not awake until like 11:30. So like anytime in between there, especially like the first hour of me waking up, do not bother me. Like, do not make jokes. Do not, like, I'm in a bad mood. Not, well, okay, I'm not in a bad mood, but like, it just drains my energy. And I just need to wake up before I can start the day, basically, and be a normal human being. uh, but I was thinking about that, and like how any sort of thing like super early in the morning just drains my energy. So why am I going to like try and push through doing some hard project or a hard task or like anything like super hard in the morning if I don't have to? I am an adult. I can choose what I start on. I don't have to feel shame, because other people say like, oh, eat the frog, get it out of the way, and you can just relax the rest of your day. No, 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 no. Like, that does not work for me. And yeah, I mean, energy levels vary. So like some of the people that are able to tackle those like hard things first thing in the early morning, that's great. Like, I'm happy for you, but it just doesn't work for me. And so I would much rather be productive, but in my own way. And so that brings me to point number 2, which is allow yourself to gain momentum from easy tasks. So like when I start my day, typically I look at my to-do list, my calendar, kind of like see what I've got going on that day, check the weather. I've got a mini trampoline that I'll jump on. Like, that's my morning exercise. It's fun, it's easy, like I don't have to think about too much. And then when I'm actually going to start doing work, I start with the easiest things that are due that day. And just start going through those, and I'll check emails usually like easy to go through. It's either like deleting emails or seeing if there's anything I need to reply to, see if there's anything I need to archive. I'm someone that I like to keep my email organized and like inbox 0 or whatever, and so I'll do that. Take breaks in between there, but once I like am feeling awake, that is when I'll start doing a lot more of the harder things on my to-do list, which is replying to emails or doing like more admin stuff that I need to be more focused on, making blog posts or client related things with my photography. Editing, honestly, too. I need to be awake for doing like photo editing. But it's also something that I can do at the end of the day when I'm still a little like tired. Anyway, but basically, like, I've kind of figured out like that if I gain momentum, then I'm much more, I feel more excited because I'm like, whew, I've already done a few things on my to-do list. Damn, I'm doing good. And so that's kind of like how I approach the whole like eating the frog. And I was trying to like come up with like a different phrase, and I was like, okay, it's not like eat the frog, it's like eat the snacks first or something. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of like all I really wanted to talk about today. This was my first video of today, and I started before I'm typically awake, which is good. And I feel much better now that I've got like a video done, and I feel like I've got that momentum going, and I'm excited to start on the next video. Hopefully it'll be good. I actually didn't think this would make me feel this good. So yeah, don't eat the frog if you don't want to. You don't have to eat it like right away. Save it for later. You're not procrastinating. Like, if you keep putting it off, yeah, that's procrastinating. But just because you don't do what everyone says you're supposed to do in the productivity world, like, just ignore it. Listen to your like self, your intuition, your body, whatever it is, like, Don't feel shame around it. Like, tackle all the easy stuff first and then like do the bigger stuff later. There's, you know, it's totally fine. This turned into like a rant and I got all pumped up at the end. That's it for today. Yeah, if you are a just an everyday creative or even a photographer like me, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I plan to share a lot more tips, a lot of stuff on the computer, file organization, different apps that I use and how to use them. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm all about productivity, and so I'm still in that like realm of like, that was a cat. Hey there, I'm Anthony. Hey there, I'm Anthony. I am a wedding and portrait photographer. I've been a photographer. So let me go to my notes.